Fortnite OG was the most hype I've seen from mode in years. Like, seriously, the energy on launch day, absolutely unreal. After years of waiting, speculating, and begging Epic to bring it back, we finally got it. The original Chapter 1 map. Tilted, greasy, dusty depot, all back. But fast forward a few months and things have slowed down. So what went wrong? What's going on, guys? My name is 4G, so today we are going to be breaking down why Fortnite OG is declining, what caused it, and how Epic can fix it before it fades into just another forgotten mode. Now let me be clear, I'm not calling it a failure. That's a hot take I keep seeing over on Reddit and Twitter, and I just don't buy it. Almost 100,000 players still hop in daily across build and zero build, and that's just concurrent players. That doesn't even count who gets on and off the game. So that's not dead by any means, but it is a far cry from the massive momentum the mode had at launch. And today I want to talk about why that happened and how Fortnite OG could become even better than it already is. Let's kick things off with what I personally think is the biggest reason players have slowly backed away from OG, the movement. Now look, I get the movement mechanics evolve over time. Sprinting, mantling, sliding, these are all standards in modern Fortnite. But in OG mode, it just feels off. And I know I'm not alone on this. Some players love the new movement animations, but for me, it's a downgrade. Remember how clean and responsive it felt at the end of Chapter 4 during the OG season? That was the perfect middle ground in my opinion. It kept the new tech, sprinting, mantling, etc., but didn't feel like I was stuck in molasses when walking. Even if they are the exact same speeds, the psychological impact of this animation looks and feels like I'm slower than I was with the Chapter 4 movement. Right now, if you're not sprinting, your character just moves so slowly. It's almost comical at times. And in a mode that's supposed to feel like Chapter 1, the era of smooth, simple, no-frills Fortnite, it breaks immersion. You think that if Epic can bring back the original map, the loot pool, and even an OG-looking art style, then surely they can bring back the OG movement feel, or at least give us a toggle to use the Chapter 4 movement animations. Now let's talk about something that really takes away from the OG experience, bots. The beauty of getting a victory royale in Chapter 1 Fortnite was that you were beating 99 real people. Every fight mattered, every win felt earned. That's just not the case anymore. Not just in OG, but across all modes, but it's especially noticeable here. Sometimes up to 90% of your lobby is bots, and I don't care how good the AI is. It doesn't feel rewarding when half your kills are against players who can't build, shoot, or even rotate correctly. And the crazy part, this happens even on day one of a brand new season. You could have hundreds of thousands of players online and still get stuck in a bot-filled lobby.
Your team are real, the rest are bots? Let's see. Bro, okay!
Now I get it, during low population hours, throw in a few bots to keep matchmaking fast, fine, but it's overdone right now, and it's largely because of skill-based matchmaking, which is a whole other topic that definitely deserves its own video. But back in Chapter 1, that also didn't exist. Every match was a bag of sweaty players, casuals, and people just vibing doing things like making sky bases, and that unpredictability made every match exciting. Bots, SBMM, all of that changes how OG feels compared to the original Chapter 1, and it's a big part of why some longtime players such as myself are logging off sooner than expected. Now let's talk about the OG pass, and yeah, this one bugs me a lot. Chapter 1 and 2 of OG nailed it. Epic gave us reimagined versions of old skins, like a reimagined Renegade Raider, Sparkle Specialist, and Black Knight. It was a pretty smart move. Newer players got access to that nostalgic feel, and OG players like myself got new versions of old classics. But then, Season 3 hit. For whatever reason, Epic just abandoned that idea. Suddenly, the OG pass has nothing to do with Chapter 1 Season 3. Instead, it's full of item shop skins, and not even rare ones. Like, these are available all the time in the shop. There's no nostalgia, no OG feeling. Whereas Reaper, Elite Agent, Rust Lord, these were staples of Season 3. Even if they didn't want to re-release the exact same skins, a white suit version of Reaper, for an example, or a glitch-style Rust Lord would have been enough in my opinion. It would have showed they at least cared about matching the season's original theme. And don't even get me started on the length of the pass. For 1,000 V-Bucks, you don't get any of it back, and the number of rewards is shorter than the original season it's based on. OG Season 3 is longer than the actual Chapter 1 Season 3, and yet the Battle Pass is shorter. That just doesn't add up. Let's talk about the little things, the stuff that might seem minor to some, but actually have a big impact on immersion. The grass in OG is still Chapter 5 grass. It's bright, detailed, and completely clashes with the simpler textures we had back in Chapter 1. The HUD layout doesn't match the original UI. Now, I'm not saying these are game-breaking, they're not, but when you're trying to sell nostalgia, these little details all add up and do matter. The success of OG Fortnite depends on how authentic the experience feels, and right now, it's almost there, but not quite. Alright, now here's where I might lose some of you, but just hear me out. If we're going to be changing small things already, how about we just embrace it a bit? What if Epic started tweaking how each OG season plays out? Now, not full-blown changes, I'm not saying add shockwaves to Season 4 or anything crazy, but imagine this. What if the meteor actually did hit tilted in OG Season 4, like we all thought it would back in the day? It would create a butterfly effect. Maybe that ends up altering the cube's path in Season 5, maybe the volcano never destroyed tilted because it wasn't there, maybe Neo tilted doesn't even exist because of all this. We could still keep the original map mostly the same, but with a few slight what-if variations that keep things fresh, while still keeping the same loot pool and core gameplay of the OG season. I think that would massively boost interest each season. It gives both new players and OGs a reason to come back to see what's different this time. The key word here is slight. It's still the Chapter 1 map, still the OG feel, but we're asking what could have happened. Eventually we'll reach the end of Chapter 1 again, so here's the question. Do we just start over, back to Season 1, and do it the exact same way year after year, or do we evolve it slightly each time, keep the nostalgia, but add little twists to keep players coming back? I mean, Epic is already doing this with the OG Pass. Why not take that same approach with the map or story? The Chapter 1 map is the last map I actually truly cared about. When stuff got destroyed, it actually meant something. So to see it again and maybe explore different paths it could have taken, that sounds exciting to me. At the end of the day, Fortnite OG is still an incredible mode, and I'm so glad it exists. I love the attention to detail, like the old weekly challenges, the treasure maps, the nostalgic POIs. It really does bring back that feeling from 2018 and 2019. Having this mode just adds even more player choice to Fortnite. You've got Reload if you want chaos, you've got Battle Royale if you want fresh updates, and now you've got OG for that classic Fortnite experience. This video wasn't a rant, it's feedback. I just want this mode to be the best it possibly can be, and for Epic to keep supporting it long term. Let's not have another save the world situation where support dries up and the community gets left behind. Alright, that's gonna wrap up this video. If you guys enjoyed, I'd like to be greatly appreciated. If you're new here and you like videos like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day.